Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to interview the first and the only one female metal singer of South Africa, Chantal. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. I feel honored to be here.
So how are you doing?
Wonderful. It's I've got the heater on behind me because it's a cool winter's day here, but all good. All good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. It's really hot in Finland now. It's like maybe 28 degrees or so.
Oh, lovely. I'm jealous.
So you have released 2 albums so far, Scars 4 years ago and Eye of the Storm this year. How would you describe your music?
Well, it's been quite an evolution actually, because I would describe Scars as my journey to healing. It's more of a fits into the singer-songwriter genre. It's not metal, but it has symphonic metal influences within it. But then after I had recorded that album, I discovered the metal, symphonic metal in particular. And it was like, wow, it just blew me away. And I fell in love with it completely, and I felt like that part of me that had been missing all along my entire life, I felt like I was home. This is it. And there was just no going back after that. And metal is not big in South Africa at all. There is a metal community here, but it's very small. There's no one, to the best of my knowledge, I stand to be corrected, but there is not another symphonic metal female artist anywhere in South Africa. So to the best of my knowledge, I'm the first here. And initially, when I started writing Eye of the Storm, I didn't really have the theme for the album. But after writing the first few songs, I kind of realized that there was a theme. And then all the songs that followed after that were in accordance with that theme, which is the Eye of the Storm, basically a journey to peace, amidst the chaos of this world. And you just have to look everywhere in social media and the news just to see the chaos and the fear. So I try to stay as far away as possible from news outlets and everything, because I just find it disturbing and upsetting, and I try to keep myself in a positive frame of mind, so while I am very aware of what's going on, I try to keep like a barrier, a kind of a distance, where I'm aware, but yes, I can still be centered within myself and still have peace within myself and happiness within myself, without getting too wrapped up in what's happening in the world, because it can be very hectic sometimes.
How much do you do by yourself, and how many people were involved making your album?
It was just me, actually, in the writing of it, the tracks. Yeah. But then, of course, getting the big sound, that was definitely my music producer and his assistant engineer. They are phenomenal. I love working with them. They're so talented. And Joe Ellis is my music producer, and he laid all the guitar tracks on all of the songs, and his assistant engineer, Christian, laid all the drum tracks on all of the songs. And then I played the piano part and, of course, did the vocals.
Okay.
Yeah, we had another company do the orchestrations behind it, so that big orchestral sound was not done by them.
Okay. So how has it been now after releasing the album?
I'm very happy, considering that I'm completely new to the metal community. I'm absolutely, yes, with the reception, and everyone has been so kind and supportive. It's just amazing. Such amazing people. Yeah.
That's nice to hear. You have a very beautiful voice. How did you become a musician?
I love music ever since I can remember. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be involved in music. And I remember when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I had this music inside of my head, but it wasn't a music or a sound that I could describe to other people. And I didn't hear it anywhere, certainly not with the music that I was being exposed to at that time. And when I discovered the metal, which was only a few years ago, it was like, gosh, now I'm hearing that music that was in my head. But I begged my parents from a young age to be able to do music lessons. And when I was 10 years old, they eventually relented. They saw this child's never going to stop asking, you know. So I started piano lessons, and I carried on with that. I did up until grade 6, you know. And then I was involved in many choirs. So I got a lot of vocal training there. And then after I left school, I went into the corporate world, actually, and then eventually started my own training company. And I stayed in the music, but it was, so I was involved in a few different bands and choirs, but it was more on the side. You know, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but people always say, no, you can't do that. It's too difficult. So you'll never make it. Or, you know, that's not a real job. So I kind of got stuck in that headspace. And then eventually one day I thought, wait a second, you know, can you actually see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? And it was corporate training. And the answer was a definite no. And then the next question was, well, what do you see yourself doing? You know, and it was just so easy, you know, the music, the singing, what I've always wanted to do my whole life. So I thought, you know, life is short, and I don't want to come to the end and look back and have these regrets of things that I didn't do.
You told me that you fell in love with symphonic metal. What kind of bands or music did you listen to?
I discovered In Temptation first.
Okay.
And then from there, I discovered Tara and Nightwish. And then from Nightwish, I discovered Epica. And then after that, it's kind of a blur as to, you know, who came then. But yeah, those were the people that I listened to. Oh, and Evanescence.
Well, I read something about music of your country, and there's a strong tradition of gospel music and jazz music. What about rock music? Can you just go and hear live music if you want to, rock music?
There are some places, but they will organize bands to come in at a specific time and play, but it's not very common here at all with the rock music.
Okay.
The jazz in particular, especially where I live in Cape Town, is very, very big. I'm very excited actually because there's a metal festival coming up in September. The first one now since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So I will be going to that, and I'm really excited to meet all the different artists and bands.
What kind of plans or goals or dreams do you have with your music?
The music, there will definitely be more albums to come in the future. I've already got the concept for the next album. I'm not going to give anything away yet, but it's there. Yeah. And I haven't actually started writing anything yet, but it's all happening internally at the moment. So I think when I sit down to write, it's just going to sort of come out all in one go. I'm hoping to do another music video this year, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm actually planning to combine the music video with the belly dancing that I do. So that'll be something very different. So that's exciting. I'm working on that at the moment. And of course, I would like to actually get a formal band together and to do the live shows. I would love to do a tour. I think it would be so awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely down the road, down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a question I'm asking for everyone.
Yeah.
What do you know about Finland, my country?
I can't say that I know very much about it, but I do follow some people who live there. And I look at the beautiful pictures that they post. It is such a beautiful country. I'm just blown away actually by its natural beauty. It's completely different to the South African landscapes. But wow, it really is incredible.
Thank you so much for this interview. I wish you all the best with music and your life.
Thank you so much, Minna. It's been a great pleasure and an honor. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.